Imagine waking up tomorrow and everyone is just gone. No warning, no chaos. Just absolute, sudden silence. Cars coast to a halt. Phones buzz with text messages that will never be read. The planet is suddenly ours, without us. Within just a few hours, the world's power grid begins to notice our absence. And the dominoes start to fall. Fossil fuel power plants run out of fuel. One by one, the lights go out, plunging major cities into total darkness. Only nuclear plants keep buzzing, automated systems trying their best to manage the heat without human hands. But within 2 days, their emergency safety valves open, releasing steam before the computers completely shut them down. Meanwhile, underground, the battle against water is already lost. Without electric pumps, the subways begin to drown. Within 36 hours, underground transit systems worldwide are completely submerged, turned into artificial, dark lakes. Up on the surface, the air is clearing up. Without factories or exhaust pipes, the planet takes its very first clean breath. But back in our neighborhoods, a massive, quiet crisis is just beginning. Inside our homes.
Millions of domestic pets are trapped inside houses. With no food or water flowing, desperation kicks in.
The smart ones find ways out, breaking windows or squeezing through pet doors. The others won't survive the week. Outside, billions of farm animals face the same fate. Livestock fences hold back a massive wave of hungry creatures. Those that escape enter a brutal new world. Domesticated breeds have to relearn how to be wild, instantly. Without fire departments, the world starts to burn. A single lightning strike can torch an entire city. With no one to put it out, suburban neighborhoods burn until they hit natural fire breaks, like wide rivers or concrete highways. By day 10, the lack of maintenance causes oil refineries and chemical plants to spark. Massive explosions rock industrial zones. These fires burn for weeks, pumping billions of tons of carbon into the air. A brief setback for the healing planet. But once the fires die down, the green revolution begins. Nature wastes zero time moving back in.
Without lawnmowers, suburban lawns turn into tall meadows. Seeds carried by the wind plant themselves in the asphalt.
1 year in, the streets of Paris, New York, and Tokyo look less like cities and more like botanical gardens. Wild animals realize the scary two-legged creatures aren't coming back. Predators move into urban hunting grounds. Bears, wolves, and coyotes become the new citizens of the suburbs, reclaiming land that was stolen centuries ago. But the biggest enemy to our architecture isn't the animals. It's the climate, specifically winter. In colder regions, water seeps into concrete cracks, freezes, expands, and shatters the foundations from the inside out. Without indoor heating, roofs buckle under the weight of unshoveled snow. Buildings start leaking everywhere. Spring arrives, and that melting snow turns into indoor waterfalls, rotting wood and drywall at lightning speed. Within 12 months, the planet's air quality hits levels not seen since before the Middle Ages. The sky is blindingly clear. Satellites in space are starting to feel lonely too. Without ground control stations adjusting their paths, they begin to drift. Eventually, gravity wins. They streak across the night sky like shooting stars, a fireworks show with no audience. 25 years later, most roads are gone, buried under a thick layer of soil, roots, and decaying plant matter. Houses built of wood are the first to completely vanish, rotting away or collapsing into piles of organic mulch. But what about our massive steel and concrete structures? Surely they survive, right? Well, not really. Without humans constantly sandblasting and repainting them, steel structures rust through. The moisture in the air eats them alive. Iconic structures like the Eiffel Tower or the Golden Gate Bridge buckle under their own weight and collapse into the water. Glass skyscrapers don't fare much better. Glass panes pop out as metal frames warp, raining down onto the streets below. These hollow towers become vertical ecosystems. Birds nest on the upper floors, while predators hunt in the old lobbies. Down on the coast, the oceans are experiencing a massive renaissance. Marine life has completely exploded.
Commercial fishing has stopped entirely. Within a century, fish populations rebound to levels not seen in thousands of years.
The oceans wipe away our trash, slowly burying our plastic and microplastics under thick layers of deep-sea sediment. 500 years later, if you stood where New York City used to be, you wouldn't even know a city was there. The concrete has broken down completely, turned into basic soil nutrients. Civilization has literally become fertilizer. Massive forests cover continents. Trees grow hundreds of feet tall, creating ancient old-growth ecosystems again. Rivers break free from their concrete channels, carving natural, winding paths across the landscape once more. Dams worldwide have failed long ago. Floods have washed away valley settlements, resetting the world's waterways.
The climate has stabilized. Carbon levels in the atmosphere have dropped back to pre-industrial perfection.
Global temperatures have cooled down. Extreme weather events settle back into their normal, historical cycles. The animal kingdom has evolved. New apex predators emerge as domestic and wild animals crossbreed over generations. Without our artificial lighting, nocturnal animals dominate the night. The dark belongs to the hunters again.
Humanity's existence has become a brief, geological layer, a strange blink in the 4 billion-year history of Earth.
10,000 years into the future, almost every trace that we ever built, loved, or fought for is completely erased. Our plastic bottles, broken down by light and microbes, our steel towers, long turned to basic iron oxide in the soil.
The only remnants left behind are things made of the earth itself. The things we carved directly out of solid stone. The Great Pyramids of Giza still stand, though they are mostly buried under the shifting sands of the African desert.
Mount Rushmore will still hold the faint, ghostly shapes of human faces, slowly eroding over hundreds of thousands of years. Deep underground, the remnants of our nuclear waste repositories remain, buried in secure stone vaults, slowly losing their radioactivity. And out on the moon, the footprints of Neil Armstrong and the American flag remain perfectly intact, untouched by wind or rain. We wanted to leave a permanent mark on the universe. But our greatest legacy might just be how well the Earth healed after we left. The planet never needed us to survive. We are the ones who completely depend on her. We are just guests here,